It's time for high school basketball game night. Now here's your play-by-play announcers for tonight's game.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Dothan Civic Center for a matchup tonight between Whitfield Academy and Northview High School. Hi, I'm Mitt Kirkland along with Bobby Price.
And Mitt, it's great to be here today on, this Saturday of this tournament, game number 9. It's between the Cougars of Northview and the Whitfield Academy Wolfpack, who are ranked the number 1A school in the state of Georgia. They're from Atlanta. 10-1 on the year. That one is not a loss. It was a forfeit for some unforeseen reason, but this ought to be a great contest tonight.
Yes, I'm expecting a very exciting game tonight. The Northview Cougars, I think, are sporting a 10-4 record and
4-0 in the conference.
4-0 in the conference, so they lead the conference, and it's a very tough conference that they're in. So this should be an exciting game. Northview has replaced one of the normal starters with Brad Payne, number 12. McGee didn't start today. Whitfield gets the tip. That's number 3 for Whitfield. That's Lamb. And we have a foul call.
Foul right off the bat.
So Whitfield goes right
42
to the inside on the first play of the game.
Foul, number 42, Jackson, his first personal foul, team first.
Devon Jackson called with the foul. Whitfield gets it in.
Yeah, they tried the alley-oop type thing right at the beginning, didn't they?
They tried it, didn't work. Drive to the basket by Whitfield, and the smallest man on the court comes down with the rebound. That's James comes down with the rebound. I tell you, he's one you got to keep your eye on. He's a shooter. He's a good three-point shooter for the Cougars, and they're going to need all the weapons that they have against this Wolfpack team.
Rebounded by Bronner. The Wolfpack on the go.
Out of bounds off one of the Cougars. That's Graham knocking the ball out for the Cougars. So the Wolfpacks will take it out under the basket. Into Lamb. In the middle to number 33, pulls up for a shot. He misses. Rebound by Whitfield. Put back, no good, and a strong rebound by Floyd, and he's fouled.
Yeah.
So far, Northview's hanging tough with them.
Yes, they are. Still scoreless in this with just about a minute gone, and each team has a foul apiece.
Cougars are trying to inbound the ball. Inbounds the ball to Graham. They're pressing full court. We talked to Coach Griffin from the Cougars earlier, and he talked about how tough defense Whitfield plays and that they pressure the whole game. And that time, the pressure worked. They forced a turnover. That was Floyd turning the ball over, so it'll go back to the Wolfpack. And so far, no score in the game.
They can't seem to get, they just got beginning game jitters, I guess, getting things underway this afternoon.
Miller into number 33, Johnson, and the Cougars come up with the loose ball. Outlet pass, and down the middle to number 32, and he misses. That was Floyd missing that shot, and a traveling call. So we've had turnover after turnover, missed shot after missed shot so far in the game, Bobby.
Yeah, a minute and a half's gone, and there's still no score in this contest. And the way these two offenses run, fast break, we figured we'd see quite a few points scored, but not yet.
We have a substitution coming in the game, number 12. That's Stephen Wright coming into the game for the Wolfpack. Going out is number 10. That's Tim Morris. Graham has the ball for the Cougars. Around to Payne. Payne pulls up. He's trapped in the corner, but gets it out to Floyd. He goes up, shoots, and he gets the basket. So Floyd drives the baseline for the first score of the game and for the Cougars.
I believe the foul is going to be on Bronner, 21. No, 33. Anthony Johnson gets the foul.
So the Cougars break the ice, putting the first points on the board. That's number 32, Floyd.
And Floyd, number 32 in this game tonight, a senior at 6'3", about to make his first free throw attempt. It's up and it's in and completes a three-point play.
So the Cougars get on the board first with a shot and a foul shot, and so they take a 3-0 lead with 6:02 left in the first period of play. Whitfield with the ball. They're passing around looking for something inside. Northview's playing a pretty tough, and a block shot by Devon Jackson. So the Cougars are playing tough defense.
Yes, they are. Sort of full court pressure on both squads, too.
James with the ball for the Cougars. He drives around, he pulls up, he stops, he shoots, and misses, but the Cougars are struggling, and James comes up with the rebound. Into Devon Jackson, he passes over to Graham for the basket and the foul.
Number 30, Jerry Graham, puts it in for 2, and he'll have an opportunity to make it a 3-point play again and give the Cougars a 6-point lead. I do want to point out that James in the game the other night had 3 3-pointers, so we can probably expect to see him do some 3-point shooting before this contest over tonight.
Have a substitution in the game. Payne comes out and number 5 goes in. That's Mark Roberts. At the line shooting is Graham. And he makes it. So Northview's 2 of 2 at the foul line, so they take a 6-0 lead.
And sort of a full court presser on the Wolfpack. Wide open under the basket. So they put it in.
So the Wolfpack gets that first basket on a layup. They're pressuring the Cougars. Devon Jackson takes it as Floyd bringing across midcourt. Almost taken away by. Great pass. The ball was almost taken away by the Wolfpack, but the Cougars come up with a great pass and a basket.
Graham puts it in for 2. 8-2 now.
And another steal by
Jackson. And they
call a traveling call on Jackson, but that was a great effort by Jackson to come up with that interception.
That was a quick whistle on that travel call.
That was a great steal by Jackson. So Whitfield takes the ball out, ball out for Whitfield, number 21, that's Bronner. He passes it into number 1, Rivers. Rivers drives down the middle of the lane. He shoots, he misses, and Floyd comes down with another rebound. Over to James. James takes across midcourt. He pulls up. He passes it into Devon Jackson. He turns around and nails it.
10-2 is our score now. Jackson puts it in for 2 as the Cougars on a roll.
The Cougars have come out playing extremely well so far in this game. They have been shooting well, taking good shots, and hustling on defense, and have forced some turnovers, and that should be.
And let's see who they're going to call this foul on. Number 30, Graham's going to be called for a blocking out of the basket.
His first personal foul, team second.
Cougars leading 10-2 with 4:23 left in the first quarter, and they are playing excellent so far, Bobby. You've got to give it to them. These guys come out ready to play. So if they can keep up this level of intensity and keep playing as smart as they're playing now, they have a good chance of taking this victory tonight.
Right, and they spent quite a bit of time in here warming up before this game tonight, and Whitfield did not.
The call traveling on number 21.
Bronner.
That was Bronner call for traveling, so the Cougars will get another chance. There's been quite a few turnovers so far in this game, so it's a lot of pressure on both ends of the court by both teams. Devon Jackson loses the handle, so they call a jump ball.
Jump ball on the floor.
Jump ball between Jackson and 21 for Whitfield. Bronner.
Okay, the Cougars maintain possession. Into Floyd. He drives around.
Number 2 reaching in, call for a foul. That's Miller.
So that's another foul on the Wolfpack.
The Wolfpack foul, number 2, Miller.
I'll tell you,
foul, team 4.
That's their team 4, yeah. That's their 4th team foul.
4th team foul. I'll tell you what, Bobby, these guys from Northview doesn't seem to be very concerned that the Wolfpacks are ranked number 1 in the state of Georgia.
That's right. One of the Cougar starters is out of the game. 3-pointer. He had 3 of those in the first game the other night.
I think right now the Wolfpack are probably a little surprised at how Northview's come at them. Good recovery by the Cougars. That was a foul on number 30, I believe. Graham, but that was good recovery. The man was open to cover. The Cougars made a quick move in to block the driving lane and prevented the basket, but he'll be going to the foul line.
And that's let's see. So there you go. I'm watching the stats as they accumulate here. This is the first of a 2-shot foul, and the first one is up and in. That's number 12. Is that 12 at the free throw line, Mitt?
Yeah, that's number 12.
Okay, that's Stephen Wright, a junior, 6'1". First one's up, and the second one rolls off. But they get the rebound.
And they get the rebound and put it back up for the basket.
Miller puts it in for 2 for the Wolfpack.
It's a 13-5 game. The Wolfpack continue to put pressure on the Cougars. Mark Roberts comes up with the loose ball. And, boy, the Wolfpack go for the steal and gets it. And the pass and the basket. That was just pure hustle that came up with that turnover and the basket, Bobby.
And Miller puts it in for 2 more for the Wolfpack right quick. 21 is called for a foul. Jarvis Bronner.
I tell you, that was an extremely well-played defensive series by the Wolfpack. They put a lot of pressure on the ball and forced the turnover and got 2 points off the turnover. So it's a 13-7 lead for the Cougars with 3:10 left in the first quarter. And the pressure is still on. Mark Roberts with the ball for the Cougars. He brings it across midcourt. Over to Floyd.
Good ball handling there with Roberts.
And another turnover by the Cougars. They tried to force it inside and turn the ball over. So Whitfield is starting to really step up the defensive pressure.
3-pointer's good.
3-point basket by Miller.
Number 2, Anthony Miller puts it in for a 3.
So Whitfield is starting to make a run here. Northview had a commanding lead earlier, but Whitfield has stepped up the defensive pressure and have managed to get some offensive points off the defensive pressure.
Right, and then Wright was called for a foul under the basket. That's the 16th foul, so the home team's in the bonus situation, and the Cougars the home team.
Floyd turns around, shoots, and he makes it.
Basket by Floyd.
So that time the Cougars broke the press and made the points.
All right, we'll see what happens with the Wolfpack as they come around on their side of the court. Number 3. They call for 3-second lane violation.
Against the Wolfpack.
The officials are calling this game pretty tight.
Yes, they are.
I think they want to keep it tight so it doesn't get out of control.
Reach it in foul on number 2, Anthony Miller, for the Wolfpack. So we're going to go to the 1-and-1 bonus line here. Should be. Yeah, 1-and-1.
Yeah, it is 1-and-1. You were right, Bobby. There was some confusion between the officials on the floor and the scorekeepers. And the scorekeeper was saying that it was 1-and-1. The officials weren't sure, but the Cougars are in 1-and-1 early. It's just the first quarter has 2 minutes. Period. Yeah, 2 minutes, 20 seconds left in it, and they're already in the bonus.
And Northview's only committed 3 fouls thus far. So 42, Jackson's at the free throw line for the beginning of this front end of a 1-and-1.
His second personal foul, team 7. The Cougars are in the bonus.
And Jackson dribbles the ball a couple of times, getting set. His first one is up, and he misses, but the Cougars rebound.
That was Roberts coming up with a big rebound. Jackson almost loses it. Back to Roberts. Over to James. He pulls up for a 3, and he nails another one.
2 for 2 from that three-point line.
I tell you what, if James warms up, it's going to be trouble for the Wolfpack. I tell you, he can burn them. So 18-10 score. The Cougars are leading the Wolfpack. James comes up with the rebound over the big guys. I tell you, this guy is some kind of player. Size is not a disadvantage for him. Loose ball. The Cougars get it. Goes up. That was number 52 for the Cougars coming up with the loose ball. That was Raymond Bryant.
And let's see, we got another foul. All right, this is the foul against number 1, Rivers.
Personal foul, team 8.
That's the 8th team foul in the first period here.
So the remain of the first half, the Cougars will be at the line.
And Brian's at the free throw line. His first one's in. And you know, this, when you're in a bonus situation, it's like getting a free attempt at a free point.
Well, the reason that the Cougars got the ball back, it was just pure hustle by the Cougar team. They scrapped for the loose ball, came up with it, went for the shot, and he missed it, but it was fouled. So they're at the line shooting another one. He misses that one, but the Cougars out of bounds. It's out of bounds on the Wolfpack, so the Cougars will maintain possession of the basketball.
I thought that was hustle in terms of getting being able to retain the possession there, because it looked like the Wolfpack was going to be able to pick it up.
Jackson turns around, spins around, shoots, misses, and the rebound is by number 12 for the Wolfpack. That's right. They turn it over. In the floor, and he tries for a slam, and he misses. And another interception by Devon Jackson. Over to James, he pulls up for a 3. Miss it, but Jackson's there for the rebound and the basket.
Oh, nice assist there from from James to Jackson. James tries a three-pointer, misses, and Jackson's there for the rebound, puts it in for 2. And Rivers puts it in for a three-point basket for the Wolfpack. 21-13 now with the favor of the Cougars.
Great ball movement by the Cougars. They passed the ball around and hit the open man, and he was fouled in the process.
So 32 is going to be going to the line for the Cougars. James Floyd.
I tell you, if James had hit that three-pointer, they would have tore this place down. He would have brought the roof down.
That foul's called on Miller. That's his 3rd personal foul right here in the first period of play. First shot's up and misses.
So Florida got another opportunity at the foul line. So far, the Cougars have played very well. They have come out prepared.
Yes, they have.
If this first quarter is any indication of being prepared, they've come out prepared for this game. They have a 9-point lead with 40 seconds left in the first period.
All right, the Wolfpack trying to move it around now. Ryan Lamb with the ball. Passes over to his teammate, number 10, Tim Morris. Back to Lamb and Morris. And around to Rivers, who takes a shot, misses, but rebounded, but the Cougars were able to get it.
And they turn it over. And the Cougars almost come up with the steal. 12 seconds left in the quarter. Shot by number 3, and he makes it. That's number 3. Lamb hits a three-pointer.
They're trying to get this.
So, I tell you, the first quarter was a little surprising to most of the fans here, but it was a very good exhibition by the Northview Cougars.
Yes, it was, and the three-point plays is really what kept Whitfield Academy in this. Three-point plays at key points in the contest, and let's see, 1, 2, 3. That's 9 points off three-point plays thus far.
So if you take away the 9 points, that would be what would that be?
Well, you just take away 3 points.
And a van driven by Tommy Wells also needs to be moved.
So 22 would be 3 point. It'd be 22-13.
22-13. So it's a 22-16 game at the end of the first quarter. So that's going to wrap it up for the first quarter play from the Dothan Eagle Holiday Prep Classic, and we'll have more action. Okay, we're back live at the Dothan Civic Center for the beginning of the second quarter between the Northview Cougars of Dothan and the Whitfield Wolfpack of Atlanta, Georgia. The Cougars are leading 22-16.
Great effort on both squads, except for the Wolfpack, and they're in foul trouble galore. And they put it in for 2.
Basket by Morris.
Yeah, number 10, Morris, puts it in for 2 points, 22-18 now.
The defense is still being played very tight and tough by Whitfield, and they force a turnover. So Whitfield gets it, and that's number 1 for Whitfield. Rivers with it. Passes over to number 10. He hit the last time down, and he hits again. That was Morris. It's hit 2 straight baskets from the top of the key, a 3 and a 2. Northview turns it over. That's 2 straight turnovers here in the second quarter, and the lead has been cut from 22 to 16 to 22-21.
That's right. So they've come out with a fire lit here in the early moments of the second period, these Wolfpack.
So the Cougars got to regain their composure and not let the Wolfpack get into their game. Opening minute of this quarter, they've allowed them to. That's 3 in a row by Morris. Morris has hit 3 in a row. He's hit 7 points here in the first 2 minutes of the second quarter.
Number 3, Lamb, comes up behind and knocks it away from number 5, Mark Roberts. So it'll be Cougar ball on the outside.
So Morris has given the Wolfpack a lead. They were trailing 22 to 16 only a few minutes ago. Shot by Floyd, he misses, and the rebound by Graham, and he's fouled.
Foul's going to be called on 31, Gabe Rudd, the Wolfpack. So the Cougars going to go to the line. Shooting will be number 30, Jerry Graham, a 6-foot senior.
31, Rudd.
As these Cougars are in the bonus situation of a 1-1.
The Wolfpack's on a 7-0 run. If Graham can make this one, it would be a 7-1 run, and he makes it. So those are the first points of the quarter for the Cougars, and the Wolfpack have scored 7.
That's right, and Graham's already 2 for 2 from the free throw line.
Second shot by Graham. It's good, so he makes both of his free throws. So keep your eye on number 10. Keep your eye on Tim Morris. He's the last 3 times down, he's drained them.
He's had a hot hand. Well, the jump ball here, and it's going to be Wolfpack this time.
Jump ball on the floor. Possession to the Cougars.
Oh, possession for the Cougars again.
Floyd takes it out into Devon Jackson. Looking for someone to pass out to. He gets it over to Roberts. Robert gets it across midcourt. Over to James. He pitches back out. Roberts takes a shot, and he drains a 3.
Oh, those are so nice when they fall in for you. Those 3
So
point
the
plays are nice.
Cougars have gone on a 5-0 run. So it's a 27-23 game, 5:55 left in the second period of play.
Lamb with the ball. Passes over to Miller. Oh, we're going to get a reach again foul on, I believe, number 30 for the Cougars. That's going to be his 3rd.
So that's the 3rd foul on Graham. That doesn't make
No,
Coach...
42, Jackson. They called him Jackson.
Cougar foul on number 42.
Okay, that's Jackson's 2nd foul.
Yeah.
You definitely don't want to get Jackson in foul trouble. He's the big man for the Cougars. If you get him in foul trouble, the Cougars are in trouble.
And the first one's up, and they miss it. The Northview coach is asking the referees for some clarification about something. But we resume action as they sink one of 2 free throws. So 27-24 is the score. Cougars on top.
Cougars break the press, try to force the ball in and turn it over. And a foul on number 32, Floyd.
Reaching in by Floyd.
That time, the Cougars didn't show much patience. They tried to force the ball in and turn it over and committed a foul. So that wasn't a good series for the Cougars.
Yeah, Coach Floyd really unhappy with the call before that under the basket on Jackson.
27-24, 5:21 left in the second period. And a great anticipation by Mark Roberts to make a steal.
Just good concentration and good effort getting that turnover.
Floyd goes in, he spins, he shoots, comes up empty. The Wolfpacks get the rebound, fast break. Morris goes for it, and he's fouled by Roberts.
Now let's see. Roberts reaching in again.
The Cougar foul is on number 5, Robert.
And that's going to be his first.
Foul, team 6.
So now both teams are in the bonus situation.
Roberts goes with it, still misses. Drive down the baseline.
Jackson
by.
rebounds.
The Cougars get it out, get it back to James. So this time they need to show a little more patience and work the ball inside and try to get some. Roberts, he
traveled. Oh, pushing in the back.
That was a good look from Devon Jackson to dish it off to Graham, and he was fouled under the basket.
Number 12, Wright, I believe.
Foul is on number 12, Wright. His second personal foul, team 11.
All right, at the free throw line, number 30 for the Cougars, Jerry Graham, 6'3" senior. He's 3 for 3 from the line already, 7 points on the night, and he misses his first one. But he was in the process of shooting, so he gets that second opportunity to put points on the scoreboard. Second shot's up, and it is in there. 28-24, 4-point lead for the Cougars.
The Wolfpacks bring it across mid-court. That's number 3, Lamb. That's 10. You got to watch him. They call charging on
elbowing number 10.
Oh, on Morris that time.
Yeah. So we're in the bonus.
The Wolfpack foul is on number 10, Morris. His first personal foul, team 12.
James has the ball. He moves it across midcourt. That's Floyd with the ball over to Roberts. And they call a foul, another foul. That's a foul on number 3. That's Ryan Lamb called for the foul. Going to the line would be Mark Roberts for the Cougars.
The Wolfpack foul is on number 3, Lamb. His first.
I'm telling you, they've got, what's that, 2, 4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13 fouls. At the line is number 5 for the Cougars, Mark Roberts, 5'10" junior. His first shot is up and in. 29-24, 5-point lead. And he's still got an opportunity to make it a 6-point lead. His second shot's up, and it is no good. Rebounded by number 10, Morris.
Morris goes coast to coast, and he misses, and the ball is off of one of Whitfield's players.
Number 42.
So the Cougars get it back. Floyd takes it out, into Jackson, back to Floyd. Gets it across midcourt to Roberts. Roberts fakes, he moves to the left. He stops, he tries to pass it in, and it's off the foot of
number 10
of a Wolfpack.
Number 10, Tim Morris, hit his foot, went out of bounds.
Shot into Roberts. James pulls up for a 3, and he misses. Morris comes down with the rebound, and he takes it across, passes down court, and they turn it over. He tried to get a long pass down to Lamb, and it was just over his head.
Morris just had a good head of steam going, and when he passed that ball off, it just went over the head of Lamb.
Devon Jackson passes over in the corner to Floyd, back to Roberts. 3.5 minutes left in the first half. The Cougars leading 29-24. James with the ball, and he loses it. And a turnover. And okay, the ball was off of one of Northview's players, so they
ruled it. They ruled it in favor of the Cougars. The official from the far court overruled the official on this side.
Yeah, the official on the far court said it was the Wolfpack's ball.
Oh, okay. So it is Wolfpack ball.
Okay. That's Morris with the ball. He's been shooting the lights out in this game. That was a spill up for a jump shot by number 3. That was Lamb, and he misses. And number 3 for the Cougars have the ball. That's James, and He does a behind-the-back dribble, and he's fouled by
Lamb.
Boy, they're calling this game tight, Bobby. They need to let them play a little bit. You know, they're calling it real tight.
That's around 14 or 15 fouls for them in the first half of play. Still just over 3 minutes left, just under 3.
James shoots his first one and misses.
14 team fouls in the first half of play thus far.
So between both teams, we've had 20 team fouls.
Yeah.
James makes his second foul shots to give the Cougars a 30-24 lead.
All right, the Wolfpack brings it across, passes it over to Rivers. Rivers drives the basket, tries to shoot, and he's blocked by James, but then we're going to have a foul called on James on that.
James got him with the body that time. Rivers faked him, and James went for the fake, and he got him with the body.
So he's going to get to go to the free throw line, and he has an opportunity to sink a couple here. So it's a shooting foul, 2 shots. His first one's up, and it's in. 30-26, 4-point lead.
Bobby, we've seen some momentum swings in this game. Originally, the Cougars came out looking good, took a lead, and then moving into the second quarter.
Just that break in the action just cooled the Cougars off.
It just totally took a 180-degree turn where the momentum went toward the Wolfpack, and they took a lead, but the Cougars have managed to take the lead back and hold on to it here late in the second quarter.
And the Wolfpack is guarding pretty closely here.
They're still playing very tough. They're still playing tough defense. I think that foul was called against the Cougars.
Yeah, number 30, Graham, called for pushing off under the basket. And it's going to be a 1-and-1.
Team 8.
So the Cougars have Graham with 3 fouls, and he's the starter. So I tell you, don't want to get into foul trouble early. They probably need to. Coach Griffin will probably substitute him so he doesn't pick up another foul before halftime.
So Tim Morris to the line for the Wolfpack. His first shot is up, and it's in. So he gets to try to complete the second end of the 1-and-1.
So the Wolfpack chopping away at this lead from the foul line. Misses second one, and someone was in the lane.
So he's going to have an opportunity to make it again. He missed that last one.
Second shot missed, and the Wolfpack comes up with the loose ball. And it's intercepted by Mark Roberts.
And they call it a 3-second lane violation again, too, as well as a foul. Oh, mercy.
They call a foul on Graham.
That's his 4th.
So he'll be coming out. That's a big blow to the Cougars because Graham has played a good game so far, and that was just a kind of wasted foul. I know that's got Coach Griffin a little concerned.
Yeah, they mentioned that McGee was going to be sitting out. He didn't know how long he'd have to wait before he could put him in, but he may have to do that here pretty quickly.
So here lately, the Wolfpack have been living at the foul line. They've cut this lead not by field goals, but by foul shots.
And we got Wiggum into the game now.
Rivers scores 2.
And that's it's a 1-point game now.
The Wolfpack are pressing full court. Over to Roberts, down to.
They're going to call a charging foul.
No, it was a blocking foul.
Blocking foul,
yeah. On The Wolfpack at the line would be Floyd, number 32.
They call a blocking foul on Morris.
On number 10, Morris. His second personal foul, team 15th foul.
We've had a bunch of fouls called here in the last couple of minutes.
Yes, they have. Whew. They have been a quick whistle tonight. First one's up and in. 32, James Floyd puts that in. It goes back to a 2-point lead now. Can make it 3 if he sinks this one. And it's in.
So Floyd makes both of his foul shots to give the Cougars a 3-point lead. Whitfield gets it across midcourt. That's number 3. Lamb over to Morris. Rivers sets it up. Into Morris. He's been double teamed. He turns, he shoots, misses. Devon Jackson comes down with the rebound over to James.
Tough defense by the Cougars here. 32 puts it up and in. James Floyd.
That was a good look by James that time. He passed the ball over to Floyd for the basket. Good assist by number 3, James.
He's played a whale of a game here tonight. .32 reaching in. Fouls on Floyd for the Cougars. So Rivers, Morris goes to the free throw line for a 1-and-1.
I tell you, it looks like each time down the court is a foul on every possession. So it's a 34-29 game, 54 seconds left in the first half. And at the line for the Wolfpack is number 11. He gets the roll. That's number 10.
Pennywell comes in for the
Morris.
Cougars now. And Jackson's going to get a breather.
So coach trying to get Jackson on the bench to get him a little breather.
Also bringing Payne in.
So Payne comes in
and Floyd comes out.
So I think he's giving his starters a little breather and don't want them to pick up a cheap foul with less than a minute to go in the first half. So
scores 2 for the Wolfpack.
Roberts takes it across over to Payne. And a tripping foul there.
42. Ryan Edge for Whitfield call for the tripping foul.
Wiggum will be going to the line.
Edge, his first personal foul, team 16.
16 team fouls so far for the Wolfpack.
Wow. Unreal.
Wiggum's at the line for the Cougars. First shot up and good. The Cougars have been doing pretty good on the foul shots.
And best of my recollection with my feeble mind, he played very well in relief in the first game.
Okay, he makes his second one. They said it's Robert Clark. A steal by the Cougars, and they turn it over. Rivers gets it across midcourt, but not without a challenge from Payne. 22 seconds left in the first half. Drive down.
Oh, mercy. Ryan Lamb is going to have an opportunity to complete a 3-point play here for the Wolfpack.
Count the basket by Lamb. The Cougar foul number 14, Clark.
Lamb drove down the middle of the lane and put it up and got the roll and the basket and at the line to shoot one.
So 14 is Clark instead of Wiggum, right?
Right. Okay. So he gets a 3-point play out of it.
2-point lead.
And a steal by number 3.
Up.
And he ties it up. That was Lamb comes up with 5 big points with 3 seconds left. They caught the Cougars sleeping that time and stole the ball and made a big basket to tie the score up at 36 all going into with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Tie ball game, 3 seconds. What a first half we've seen here.
I think Coach Griffin substituted thinking that I can put my substitutes in and give my starters a little extra rest going into halftime so they'll be fresh for the second half. And they've turned the ball over and committed a couple of fouls, and now they cut the lead and scores tied up.
Your hats have got to be off to these Wolfpack team from Atlanta with Whitfield Academy, ranked number 1 in the state in Division 1A for them. They're not ranked the number 1 team for nothing, I should say. So they've come back, not giving up.
And a shot at halftime, and it's no good. So the game ends at halftime just like it started, tied up. Score is 36-36.
The Whitfield Academy
Great effort.
36.
We'll kind of run down some stats right quickly before we take our break here. A lot of fouls. I guess the biggest story of the game in fouls is against the Cougars with Graham with 4. So he's going to have to be real careful coming back into the game. He has 8 points thus far, and he's 4 of 5 from the free throw line. So we have James, who's made 2 threes and 1 of 2 from the free throw line. Roberts also 1 of 2, and he's made a total of 4 points, sinking a 3. Graham with 8. Floyd, the big guy, he's 4 of 5 from the free throw line with a total of 10 points. Jackson has 2 fouls, and he has 4 points, and he's 0-1 from free throw territory. 52 Bryant is 1 of 2 from the free throw line. He has 1 point. And Robbie Clark is 1 of 1 from the free throw line. And then we turn over to Whitfield. Rivers, number 1, has 1 foul, but he has 3 points. A total of 5 points, 1 3-pointer, and 2 for 2 for the free throw line. Miller, number 2, has 7 points and 1 3-pointer, and he has 3 fouls. Lamb, 3 of 5 from the free throw line. He has 2 fouls against him with a total of 10 points, and 1 of those being a 3-pointer. Number 10, Morris, is 2 for 4 from the free throw line, and he also has a 3-pointer with a total of 9 points, and he has 2 fouls. Bronner has 2 fouls. Rudd has 1. Johnson with 2. Edge with 2. Dean, Wright also has 2 fouls. He's 50% from the free throw line, 1 of 2. And he has a total of 3 points with a basket to go along with that to give us our 36-36 total here at the half.
Okay, that's the end of the first half, and I think the Cougars are a lot closer. I don't think a lot of people gave the Cougars a chance coming into this game. I heard some talk before the games. They were saying, well, Whitfield is tough. But I tell you what, the Cougars have come out and they played a very well-playing game and a well-coached game. So if they can come out the second half and play at the same intensity and cut the number of turnovers that they've made in the first half, I think they have a legitimate chance of winning this game.
Well, I think so too, and we also know that the Cougars are 4-0 in the conference, and the conference that the Cougars are in is a pretty tough conference. So to be 4-0, you got to say something for the Cougars. So it's just an evenly matched battle here, and it shows it with a score of the half at 36-all.
So at halftime from the Dothan Civic Center, the Dothan Eagle Holiday Basketball Classic, the score is tied. The Northview Cougars 36. The Dothan Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Basketball Classic, and Bobby, that first half was a thriller.
Yes, it was. A lot of fouls called in the first half, and we were talking about it during this intermission here, that if they call this second half as closely as they've called the first half, we're going to get participants from the fans from the stadium to come out and play basketball.
Yeah, that was a good point. Quite a few fouls called in the first half, but other than that, it was an excellent game. Both teams showed a lot of poise. They really got out and hustled. They forced a lot of turnovers. They just weren't just bad turnovers. The thing was the turnovers were forced turnovers by the defense of the respective teams.
Yeah, 16 team fouls for the Wolfpack in the first half, and for Dothan is 2, 6, 8, 10, 11. So that's 27 fouls in the first half. That's
a lot of fouls in the first half.
But the key here is number 30, Graham. He has 4, and he's not starting the second half either.
Okay, the second half begins. The score tied, 36 all, and the Wolfpack has possession. As Morris made a big swing early in the game. He had 7 unanswered points in a row. So the Cougars go for the steal and miss and drive to the basket by
number 2, Miller.
So to give the Wolfpack the lead, that's the first lead they've had in a while.
And they were more deliberate on their dispossession of the ball and went for the sure basket and picked up the 2 points. Their first lead.
So in the game for the Cougars, number 5, Mark Roberts, number 42, Devon Jackson, 32, Floyd, number 3, that's James, and number 52 for the Cougars.
Bryant.
That's Bryant. We'll give you the lineup for the Wolfpack after this timeout. But they've come out and they made the first basket, so it's a 38-36 game. The Wolfpack leading the Cougars.
Yeah, that's the first lead of the night that the Wolfpack has had. They were down as much as 8 points at one time during the early moments of the second period, and they've fought to stay back into it. Of course, we were tied at the half, and only a 2-point basket's been scored in the less than 1 minute into the third period.
When the action returns, the Cougars will be taking the ball out. They'll have possession. That's Floyd into Roberts. And it's off of number 3. That was Lamb, so the Cougars maintain possession. Robert takes it out into
Pennywell.
That was Bryant.
Bryant, yeah.
Into Bryant. Into Roberts. Boy, that is tight defense, but he sees open man and puts it up. That was a great pass from Roberts over to Jackson for the basket to tie the score back up.
So 38 all is our score. The Wolfpack on the offensive now. Number 10 drives the basket. It's no good.
That was Morris, and the smallest man on the court comes up with the rebound again. That's James. Into Floyd. Back out to Roberts. Cougars are trying to set something up. Okay, Floyd, they're looking to cut to the baseline. That was James, cuts around, he misses, but almost, the Cougars almost came up with the rebound. I think they're calling a little looser this time because a couple of things have happened in the first half that would have been a foul.
Right.
So they're going to let him play the second half. Morris takes the ball, he drives the baseline, stops, pulls out, shoots, and misses, and the Cougars come down with the rebound. Roberts over to James, into Jackson. He pulls up, he shoots and misses. And number 3, that's Ryan Lamb with the rebound 4. Over to Morris and over to Miller for the basket.
They left him wide open under the basket, and he puts it in for an easy 2-pointer. And they pick it up. The Cougars turn it over again.
That was good ball movement by the Wolfpack.
52 is going to be called on the foul, Bryant, I believe. It needs to be Bryant rather than Jackson.
The Cougar foul, number 42, Jackson.
That's Devon Jackson called.
That's his third.
So the Cougars they're in foul trouble. They have one, Devon Jackson with 3 and Graham with 4. So I think what's going to happen, you're going to see the Wolfpack go at the big guys for the Cougars and try to get them out of the game.
And we see McGee coming in tonight for the first time, a 5'7" senior for these Cougars. So we got James number 3, McGee 4, 5 is Roberts, 32 is Floyd, and 42 Jackson.
Okay, in the game for the Wolfpack, the Wolfpacks almost come up with another steal. So they're playing tough, tight defense.
They are really, really pressing hard on this full court press in the third period here.
Bobby, how about running down the players for the Wolfpack that are in the game?
All right, what do we get? A turnover under the basket?
A turnover under the basket and a foul.
Number 3, Ryan Lamb, is going to be coming to the line for a 2-shot foul. His teammates include Miller, number 2, 21, James Bronner, 33, Anthony Johnson, and number 10, Tim Morris.
Second half momentum has definitely been in favor of the Wolfpack. The Cougars are trailing. The Wolfpack have come out and taken a 5-point lead, 43-38, and they're still at the foul line.
Yep, and we got number 3, Lamb, about to make his second shot attempt. It's up and it's in. So their biggest lead of the night, 6 points for the Wolfpack.
They another turnover, so they have forced 3 turnovers here early in the second half, and Coach Griffin doesn't like what he's seeing. Those are giveaways. Those are giveaways. If you turn the ball over, it gives the other team an opportunity to score, and they've taken advantage of that opportunity in the second half.
What is that, 4 turnovers down here, and we haven't even gone to the other end of the basket for the Cougars?
Yes, the Cougars haven't come out playing very well in the second half. They're trailing 44-38, 5:32 left in the third quarter.
Coming up after
and the real tough part of this is we got to do some real strong coaching here from Coach Griffin, as we got a couple of players in foul trouble. Graham, number 30, who's out. He has 4 fouls. Jackson now has 3. Floyd has 2. And James has 2. So some key starters here with foul difficulties, and it could spell doom for these Cougars unless they can get a handle on not fouling so much and not turning the ball over.
The Wolfpack have committed more team fouls, but their fouls have been spread out, where the Cougars fouls have been concentrated on key players.
Lamb passes it off, and they go inside to the big guy, 33, Johnson, who shoots and misses, but Jackson gets a rebound.
And out to Roberts across midcourt. So the Cougars get something positive that happened that time. James has it. He drives down the middle of the lane, and they turn it over, but James comes up with the loose ball over to Floyd, and a great follow-up by Roberts.
What a follow-through with Roberts picking up that 2-point basket.
That was a big play for the Cougars because they have been struggling this second half. Finger roll by number 3 for
Jackson gets a rebound.
Jackson out to Roberts, and he loses the handle on it. That was a good pass from Jackson to Roberts, and Roberts was running before he got the ball and couldn't hang on to it. He was wide open.
Yeah, and that would have been an easy 2-pointer for the Cougars, but instead they turn it over, trail by 4. It just doesn't get any better than this.
The Wolfpack, that's Morris with the ball for the Wolfpack. He passes over to Lamb. Lamb pulls up for a short jumper. He shoots, misses, and the Cougars come down with it. That's Roberts with the ball. Over to McGee.
Yeah, McGee's anxious to get him a shot off. He hadn't had a chance to shoot yet.
Roberts is into Devon Jackson. He spins, he moves, passes off to number 32, Floyd, for the basket.
Oh, that's great, great movement of the ball around, and that's the way to make baskets easy, to make sure you get a good free shot.
So the Cougars have showed a little more patience that time, and it's cut the lead to 2 points. So it's a 44-42 lead. The Wolfpack's leading the Cougars with 3:48 left in the third quarter.
They don't need to be taking high percentage shots with the score as tight as it is. And the Wolfpack keeps moving it around and takes a shot. Only a 2-pointer there, so they take a 4-point lead again. Lamb shoots that one in.
Lamb moved around in the corner, and he took a shot, and he nailed it. McGee with the ball for the Cougars. He's being defended by Morris, and Lamb goes for the steal and comes up with it, and he misses the layup. Roberts comes down with the rebound for the Cougars. That was a big miss. Over to McGee. He stops. He pulls up for a three, and he misses, and the rebound by the Wolfpack.
Wolfpack tries to fast break it all the way in,
and
three.
He does. That's number 3. Lamb is getting loose, and they turn the ball over. That was Floyd turning it over, but he retained possession, and the Cougars need to slow things down. Roberts in the corner. He goes for it, and he gets to the fall. A three. He got the roll that time. So that was a big basket for the Cougars. Robert comes up with the three-pointer to bring the Cougars back within 3.
Yeah, they asked number 10, Morris, to put his shirt tail back in. Nice move by 33, but it's no good. Jackson gets a rebound. McGee brings it over.
Roberts takes another three-point attempt, and he misses. The Cougars got to show patience, give your other players time to get down. Nice look and pass, and he missed it. McGee comes up with the rebound. He was wide open, and you knew that was automatic 2 points, but he put it up too easy, and it didn't go in.
Nice.
James over to Roberts. The Cougars got to take the time into Floyd. Jackson pulls up.
All right, the Wolfpack get the rebound, and now they go down fast break. And then Jackson's going to be called for the foul, I believe.
They are moving the ball. They're playing a lot faster pace. The Wolfpacks have stepped up the tempo somewhat.
3-0. No, there's not a 3-0 in the game, is it?
Cougar foul, number 3, James.
Number 3,
Third
James.
Foul, team third.
So as another one of the Cougars in foul trouble. So the Cougars have 3 players in foul troubles, and when it gets down to clutch time, it's going to be tough for them.
Got a couple of changes with Wolfpack. 1, Rivers comes in along with 12, Wright.
Wolfpack's holding on to a 3-point lead. Over to Morris. Morris drives, he shoots, he pulls up, he misses, and James comes down with the rebound. How does this little guy get in position to get all these rebounds?
He just moves so much.
Roberts with the ball for the Cougars. Over to McGee. Into Devon Jackson. He spins, moves, misses, and Floyd comes up with the rebound up with the left hand, and it's good.
Nice move by Floyd to put that basket in. We've got a 1-point deficit now for the Cougars.
So the Cougars are fighting back. They're trailing by 1 point, 48-47.
Another one of those nail biters tonight.
Over to Morris. Johnson at the top of the key. And a foul is called on number 1.
Rivers called for pushing off under the basket.
So the Cougars can take the lead if they can do something with the ball this time.
Personal foul, team first.
Taking the ball out for the Cougars, number 32. That's Floyd. Into McGee, back to Floyd. That's James with it. And the ball should go to...
Jump ball on the floor.
The Cougars again.
The Cougars again? That's three times.
It changes every period.
Possession to the Cougars.
Wow, the Cougars have gotten the breaks on the possession errors tonight. They've gotten all of them. Floyd to Roberts. And a nice pass to Roberts, Devon Jackson, for the basket to give the Cougars a 1-point lead with 16 seconds left in the third period.
Oh, nice move by the Cougars there. That assist, these two guys putting it in and taking the lead. Jackson's going to be called for a foul.
That foul, oh boy, so that's not a smart foul there. With 2 seconds left, they'd have been better off.
The Cougar foul.
And that's a 2-shot foul.
Jackson, his fourth
foul. Wow, that's a tough one to get a 4th foul with 2 seconds left in the quarter. If they could have got this quarter with 3 fouls, that puts them under a lot of pressure. 1 more foul, he's out.
Yep.
So I guarantee they're going to go to try to get Jackson foul out of the game because he's a big-time player for the Cougars.
And Bryant's going to come in for him.
So they don't want him to pick up another cheap foul with 2 seconds left. So it's a 49-49 game. At the line for the Wolfpack is number 33.
That's Johnson. His shot is now up in the air, and it is good.
Johnson scores 2.
So it's a 1-point lead for the Wolfpack.
Wow.
Wow. So this third quarter was a tough one. The score was tied at halftime.
Was that 36 all?
Yes, 36 on. So it's a 50-49 game. The Wolfpack have taken a slim 1-point margin over the Cougars. So after 3 quarters of play is the Wolfpack of Whitfield Academy 50 and the Cougars of Northview High School 49. We'll have 4th quarter. Okay, we're back at the Dothan Civic Center for the Dothan Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Basketball Classic. Scores 50 for Whitfield Academy, 49 for the Cougars. Bobby, the first 3 quarters have been really exciting.
Yes, they have. This has been a nip and tuck game all the way from the beginning, and a couple of Cougars in foul trouble, so they're going to be loosely guarded here.
So the Cougars bring the ball across midcourt, and it's almost stolen, but Robert comes up with the loose ball. And he turns it over. They're playing some really tough defense. Whitfield has stepped up their level of defense coming into the 4th quarter, so they forced the turnover. And they turned the ball over, so the Cougars got a break that time.
Yes, they did, because that was going to be an easy 2-pointer for them. And so the Cougars are going to fight this full court press once again.
Roberts has the ball for the Cougars. He passes out to McGee. He brings across court, midcourt. Over to Floyd. Floyd drives. Oh, wow. That was a great pass to Brian, and he couldn't get it to fall. Foul on number 33. He was on Floyd's back, so the Cougars get the ball out of bounds.
So Johnson's called for that foul. That's their second team foul of the half.
I'll tell you, the Cougars had an excellent opportunity to score last time down, but the ball just didn't fall.
Number 33, Johnson.
All right, Graham is coming back into the game. That's their 3rd team foul.
Floyd with the ball back over to McGee with it. They are pressuring. Roberts with the ball. I'll tell you, they're putting a lot of pressure on this Cougar team. Graham's back in the game. Roberts pulls up, shoots, and misses. And Whitfield gets the ball out on a fast break. And Miller goes in, and he's fouled.
By McGee, I believe. Wow. Well, that's a
The Cougar foul, number 4, McGee.
Yeah, number 4 gets it.
Foul, team 5th.
If they got to draw a foul, it's just as well to be on him, but they get the opportunity here to shoot a couple of shots and try to extend their lead.
Lamb's at the line for the Wolfpack, and he makes his first foul shot. Substitutions coming in the game. Number 21 in for the Wolfpack. That's Bronner, and 14 is in the game for the Cougars. That's Clark.
And Floyd comes out. No,
Lamb scores 2.
54-49, 6:29 remaining. And there is a stoppage in play.
Something's going on the.
And we have one of the officials talking to one of the players.
We're trying to sort out things here. We're not sure what's going on, but the officials stopped action for a while. I think he may have had a cut or something over his eye, and the officials were checking it out to make sure things were okay. Taking the ball out for the Cougars is Floyd into number 14, Clark, and they're being pressured. He turns the ball over, and another turnover and another basket. The Cougars are having problems getting the ball in. So Coach Griffin calls timeout. They run off a 7-point lead, Bobby, just off turnovers.
Just off turnovers. And you know, with the foul trouble that the Cougars are in at this point, sure makes it kind of tough. A lot of double-figure scoring for Whitfield here. Miller with 13, Lamb with 18, and Morris also with 13. And Wright with 5, Johnson with 2, and Rivers with 5. So not very many players have scored points in the game for the Wolfpack, but we got 3 in double figures.
Yeah, the Cougars have got to regain their composure. They have just turned it over absolutely too many times in the fourth quarter. And Whitfield's, you know, they're getting easy baskets off the turnovers. So the Cougars got to figure out a way how to get the ball down court and make some points to get back in this game. It's a 7-point lead with just over 6 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, just 1 minute and 45 seconds gone in the fourth and final period of play.
So they get it in the floor. He gets it across the midcourt. Once they get it across, they double team him. Nice give and go from Graham to Floyd, and he was fouled, so he'll be going to the line to shoot 2.
Number 10, Tim Morris, is going to be called for the foul.
The Wolfpack foul, number 1, Rivers.
Oh, excuse me, Rivers.
Team third.
Rivers is called for the foul.
The line for the Cougars.
These are big foul shots for the Cougars. Floyd needs to sink both of these to give the Cougars some points on the board. He makes his first one.
First one's up and in. 56-50 is our score now, as number 12 comes in for the Cougars, Brad Payne.
Second shot by Floyd, and he makes both of them. So those were big baskets to cut the lead to a 4-point lead. I think Coach Griffin put Payne in to try to create something defensively, and he's not in foul trouble, so you know it can get him in. He has a couple of fouls he can give, but he came up with a big steal the other night. Coach Griffin put him in for a play. He came up with a big steal, so I think that's what they're hoping for here.
The Cougars substituting 42 back in. Jackson. Graham comes to the sideline.
So they have Lamb playing tight man-to-man on number 3. 3-point shot, and
McGee gets a
no, that's James comes up with that guy. He has a feel for the ball. They're having trouble getting it across, and they forced the turnover. 10 seconds.
10-second violation.
The Cougars didn't come back to give us some help. The other players down court didn't come back to give them an outlet pass, so they forced the turnover. The last thing that they needed at this point in the game.
That's right. Clock's a ticking. We're 5.5 minutes left in the game. 21 takes a jump shot, no good, but rebounded by number 10. Misses. Then number 2, Miller, puts it in.
2 offensive rebounds by the Wolfpack, and okay, McGee has the ball for the Cougars. They've got to get something out of this possession, and he loses the hell and turns it over again. So the Cougars just haven't been able to hold on to the ball.
All right, 30 is back in. Graham is in for the Cougars, and Payne comes to the sidelines.
It's Lamb with the ball for the Wolfpack. And they are slowing it down just a little bit because they have a 7-point lead with just under 5 minutes left in the game. As Morris takes it in, he goes in unchallenged.
And no choice but to let him in unchallenged like that with the number of fouls that's on Jackson.
There was a foul call on number 2. That's Miller of the Wolfpack. So
the Wolfpack foul on number 2, Miller.
The Cougars will take it out of bounds.
Team 4.
Fourth foul on Miller.
I tell you, defensive pressure has been the difference in this game, Bobby. That's what's made the difference. They've done a better job of playing defense, the Wolfpack have, than the Cougars. McGee back to James. He pulls up for a 3, and he hits it. So if you let James get warmed up, he can shoot him back into this game.
Yeah, he needs to get hot.
It's a 60-54 game. 4 minutes, 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Wolfpack comes around to set it back up again.
Morris has it. He pulls up for a shot, and he makes it.
Basket by Morris.
You got to give some help back there. The Cougars are not giving much help. Back court.
10-second call against the Cougars.
That's 2 10-second calls on the Cougars here, and inside the last minute, causing turnovers.
The Cougar players without the ball have got to move in position to give the point guard an outlet pass so they can get the ball across midcourt. That's one of the things coaches really hate to see that happen. Morris drives the baseline, and they're taking control. They've taken a 10-point lead with 3.5 minutes left in this game. Graham is fouled.
By the 21, Bronner. That just be his third team foul.
The Cougars, if they can maintain possession of the ball, they have a chance of winning this game, because if they can get it in James' hand, he can drill those three-pointers. Floyd was sleeping that time and threw the pass to him. I'll tell you, it's like the Cougars have just given up.
Yep.
It's like they're giving up. 12-point lead for the Wolfpack. The basket was good, and they're at the foul line. They were caught sleeping last time, caught sleeping that time. So the Cougars they've got to come up with a miracle to pull this one out.
21 Bronner at the line.
Bronner at the line for the Wolfpack. In the bonus situation, first shot is up. No good. Rebound by
Jackson. They got to work for a three-pointer.
Inside the number 42, Jackson can't hold on to it.
Ball knocked out of bounds by number 21. Jackson was going for trying to backdoor on him, and they caught it. McGee pulls up for a shot.
Misses.
Off the back of the rim.
And McGee comes out with a big defensive play. He knocks the ball out. That would have been 2 points.
Easy 2 points. And they just kind of delayed the sort of inevitable on that, but the Wolfpack is able to maintain possession.
Wolfpack
bring it in.
Wolfpack lead by 12 points, and the Cougars were in this game a very short time period ago, and they have kind of lost things here. They're committing a lot of turnover. Morris goes in, drives down the lane, and dunks it.
Tim Morris with a big hoop. That's his 21st point of the night. Only one three-pointer, but a lot of baskets.
And Devon Jackson tries to answer with the slam, and he couldn't get it to fall, and he was fouled in the process.
Yeah, and Morris is the one that committed the foul.
So the Cougars are struggling. Things aren't looking very good for them right now. They're trailing 68-54 with 2.5 minutes left in the game.
Right, he's 0 for 1 from the line tonight, but he has two shots here to make some key points for the Cougars, and he misses the first one.
I think the difference in this game, Bobby, is the Cougars' key players got in foul trouble. Mm-hmm. They got in foul trouble, and what it did was it made them very tentative in playing. They didn't want to pick up their final fouls.
He missed both of them.
And so, okay, they turned it over that time. So that's the first break the Cougars gotten in a long time.
A big break with 14 points behind and only 2:25 left.
The Cougars need to work it so that James can get a couple of three-point attempts, because he can sink them. Oh, Lord. Loses it. That's the second time he's kind of lost concentration. You got to keep your mind in the game, and I think he's allowed his mind to kind of float, and they've turned the ball over. So the Wolfpack have this game under control. Have a foul called on.
Let's see who this foul is going to be called on. Okay, they're going to call it on Floyd.
32, Floyd.
Floyd was called for the foul.
He's just closely guarding Tim Morris. I mean, he was all over him, all the way down the court, all the way onto the basket. And now he goes to the free throw line there in the bonus.
Robert, this game was closed just a few minutes ago, and the Cougars have just let this one slip away from them.
The foul trouble really caused this to turn out this way. Key players on the bench for the Cougars, and less than 2 minutes left. First one's up and in. That's a 22nd point for Morris. He's 5 for 7 from the free throw line tonight.
I think the Cougars matched up very well with the Wolfpack, but they put the pressure on, forced a lot of turnovers, and that turned this game around. It really was the difference. I think the fouls committed by the key players of the Cougars and the defensive pressure put on in the fourth quarter by the Wolfpack has made a difference in this game.
He gets a chance to sink that one this time because the Cougars were called for a lane violation on the last, so he was able to complete the two points. 23 points now for him.
Cougars are still having difficulty getting the ball across midcourt. Roberts takes it out for the Cougars. Into McGee. He brings it across midcourt and almost turns it over. That was a good defensive effort by number 1 Rivers for the Wolfpack, knocking it out of bounds. The Cougars haven't been able to take any good shots lately. Over to James. He pulls up for a shot. And he misses, but he comes up with the rebound, puts it back up, gets the roll.
James.
And the Cougars want a timeout.
It's a 14-point game, and it was tied a short period ago, and they just kind of lost control of it, and Whitfield just kind of took control of the game.
14-point lead here. Minute 31 left. 4 team fouls on James. 4 team fouls on Graham.
Personal fouls.
Four personal fouls. 4 personal fouls on Jackson. 3 on Floyd. 1 on McGee. 1 on Roberts. And 1 on Clark. But when you go on the other end, there were a lot of fouls, but all those were committed during the first 2 periods. So the Cougars have their hands full trying to overcome a 14-point deficit with 3 of their key players in foul trouble. And they are, let's see, 40 Jackson's in, but Graham is not. And James is in. So the only one in foul trouble with 4 fouls, Graham is on the bench.
Taking the ball out, and a foul is called on
number 5.
The Cougars.
Roberts, his second.
Roberts. Going to line number 3, that's Lamb. He's played a dynamite fourth quarter.
Yes, he has.
The Cougar foul on number 5, Roberts, his second personal foul, team 9.
Let's see.
The line shooting the 1-and-1 for the Wolfpack is Lamb.
Lamb with 18 points. Yeah, 7 of 9 from the free throw line. First shot he makes is up and in, so he is 8 for 10 for 19 points.
He'll get a second shot by Lamb. Up, and he gets the roll.
Lamb
so
scores 2.
McGee has the ball for the Cougars. He brings it down, throws it down to Devon Jackson, and he slams it down. So he brought a little more excitement back to the Cougars. Foul called
on 32
on Floyd.
The Cougar foul is on
2-shot foul.
Floyd. His 4th personal foul, team 10.
You can't get back into the game by committing fouls because these guys are making it the points from the foul line. And Lamb's back at the foul line. He's sunk his last 2 shots from the foul line. So
9 to 11. Takes his first shot. It's up and it's in. 10 for 12. 19 points thus far in the game. Teammate Morris has 23. Teammate Miller with 15. Big nights in double figures for these guys. Second one's up and in.
the Cougars played them tough 3 quarters, and the 4th quarter they just kind of fell apart and wasn't able to do it. James takes the 3-point attempt. He misses, and Morris comes up with the loose ball.
Got a reaching in foul on the Cougars. Number 5, Mark Roberts.
His 3rd personal foul.
Number 1 ranked team.
And number 2 goes to the free throw line, Anthony Miller. They are showing why they're ranked number 1 in their division, 1A in the state of Georgia, out of Atlanta. His first free throw attempt is up and in, giving him 16 points. That's his he's 2 for 2 from the free throw line, 17 points on the night.
So, Bobby, this score was tied going into the 4th period. James pulls up for 3 misses. Devon Jackson comes down with it, and they called him for charging.
That's going to be his 5th, too.
Offensive foul, so that'll be Jackson's 5th foul.
The Cougar foul on number 42, Jackson, his 5th personal foul.
So Jackson fouls out. Boy, they've run up an 18-point lead, Bobby. Can you believe that?
Hard to believe. Into the game is number 40, Jonathan McClendon for the Cougars. Wolfpack brings it down.
So the Wolfpack will eliminate the Cougars from the tournament, and they will advance to play the winner of one of the games played later on tonight.
Dothan and Barber County.
Morris drives to the basket for the points to give him a 20-point lead. Roberts pulls up for a 3, misses, and Floyd comes down with the rebound. He drives to the basket, goes up, and a no call. I think he thought he was fouled that time, but there was a no call on it. So that's the end of the game. So the Wolfpack comes out with a strong 4th quarter to take a 20-point victory, 78-58.
Wow, what a game, what a game. Quickly, let's recap the scoring here for Whitfield. Number 1, Rivers had 5 points. Number 2, Miller, 17. Lamb, number 3, with 20. Number 10, Morris, 25. 21, Bronner with, 2 points. 33, Johnson with 2 points. And number 12, Wright, with 5, giving them a total of 78 points. In the losing effort for the Cougars, James with 12 points, he had 4 fouls. Roberts, number 5, had 9 points. Graham with 8 points. He set out just 3 quarters because he got in foul trouble. Floyd, 16 points on the night. Jackson fouling out with 10 points. Bryant with 1 point. And Robbie Clark with 1 point for the 58 total points for the Cougars. So they are eliminated from the tournament, and Whitfield Academy advances. And there we'll be playing the winner of the Northview Barber County game.
Dothan Barber County.
Excuse me, Dothan Barber County game. That's the second game of the night here.
Well, it was a good effort by the Cougars. They played excellent basketball for 3 quarters, but 4th quarter they just kind of fell apart. They turned the ball over, had a couple of 10-second calls on them, and that's something you very rarely see in basketball games. And I know Coach Griffin was probably upset about that, but you got to give credit to Whitfield Academy. They played high-pressure, tough defense to force those turnovers.
That's right, and it really showed why they have their ranking of number 1 in the state of Georgia in their division.
Okay, that's going to about wrap it up for the game between the Northview Cougars and Whitfield Academy. Whitfield Academy Wolfpack. And the Wolfpack came out victorious 78-58. So that's going to about wrap it up for this game. We have another game coming up. So for Mitt Kirkland, Bobby Price, DJ on statistics, and my main man Steven holding down the camera tonight, we're going to say a good night from the Dothan Civic Center and the Dothan Progress Dothan Eagle Holiday Basketball Classic.